Hello YouTube and welcome to the first episode of Jedi Fallen Order. This is a playthrough that I've been wanting to do for a long time because I'm very much anticipating the Jedi Survivor release early of next year, and so I wanted to kind of get ahead of it, its release, and play through Fallen Order. I have played through it before, and that's why, as you'll see on your screens now, we're not just loading it up as any rookie. No. We're loading it up on Jedi Grandmaster difficulty. It's a Souls-like game. It's nowhere near as difficult as the Souls games, but it's in the same spirit as them, and that's kind of what attracted me initially to this game. And to be honest, it works really well with the Star Wars framework, the Star Wars format, and the world and its lore. So Survivor is going to be a darker experience, but I thought let's have just a fun, chilled out experience playing some Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I'm going to be chatting over most of this. I've seen most of the cutscenes. I've seen all of the cutscenes before. So I'm not going to be as invested in the story as I am just kind of interacting with you guys and finding out what your thoughts are on various Star Wars related topics, or just any game related topics, to be honest. If you're wondering why I seem like I'm a little bit, how should we say, not even anxious, just a bit restless. It's because it's bloody cold in the UK here. I'm sure it's cold wherever you are too. Just checking. I think I can see my breath. It's mad. I would just go and stick the heating on, but fuck me, you need to mortgage a house to be able to afford to have it on for one night, so it's alright. You know what will warm me? The beautiful graphics that are on display right now. My new PC, putting in the work.
Listen, I don't want to upset your rhythm, Cal, but the boss wants a word.
I'll make sure that I put subtitles on in a minute as well.
It's gonna be good for us. Here he is, Chief.
An error has been detected on line 10A. All our clamps are jammed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
That's not an easy maneuver.
Sounds like there should be some sort of contractual agreement made here. There's a lot of risk involved in us climbing to the top of this fucking Star Destroyer, whatever the hell we're climbing.
Alright, let's go.
Scrap yard.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
Or is this before Star Destroyers? I can't even remember. Anyway, before we get into all that nonsense, allow me to whack on some subtitles. Let me just check everything else is okay. Yeah, I'm okay not having it on film grain and all that. So I love this game. I had to wait a little bit after it came out actually before I got my hands on it. I watched a couple of live streams and let's plays of it. That's basically how I consumed it, first of all. I'm not going to like spoil the story for anyone that might be watching that hasn't actually seen how it plays out. But just know that it's the closest thing to playing out an actual Star Wars movie as I think we could possibly get. If Survivor is close to the level of enjoyment that this game gave me, then I know it'll be a worthwhile purchase.
Haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
So I'm very excited for its release.
Breaking her will be big money.
I've seen the trailer. I know absolutely nothing. I know not what to expect. But the trailer looks like it's very much more of the same sort of vibes, but a bit darker, a bit more mature. This character here, Cal Kestis, looks a lot older. He's got a nice beard going on. I'm a fan of a beard, but a bit biased. But yeah. Yep, see? Told you.
Hey, you okay?
Should have that contract.
Yeah, I'm good.
Breaking your ankle in the name of the Empire. Look at how stunning this game looks, man.
Yeah, no problem. I'll improvise.
And this was like 3 years ago that this came out.
You are not approved, trash.
You trash?
Not approved. Very good. But yeah, this game came out like 3 years ago. Imagine how good Survivor's gonna look. I've unlocked the sprint ability before it told me to. That's what we call next level goatness. I figured out how to make my legs work before the game even told me to.
Passing through.
So if you've not played Fallen Order before, first of all I'd say you should. It's a great time. The combat's a lot of fun. The adventure themes, the puzzles are a bit lacking at times, but for the most part, it's a very, very solid game. But if you've not played it, here's the gist. Oh. In fact, no, I'm not going to tell you the gist. No. If you've not played it, watch and find out.
That's the idea.
Look at that, man. Oh! You know, with the price of heating these days, it's very tempting. You know what I love? I love that they gave some...
Sounds like scrap.
They gave gingers some love. Gingers are underrepresented in media.
Passing through, guys.
Whenever they are, they tend to be whiny characters, a la Ron Weasley. It's good to have a ginger hero that we can root for. Hello, Prof.
Meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.
Well, thank fuck it's me that's having to do this gauntlet, because Prof doesn't look like he'd be able to handle this, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, the dude's built. Got massive shoulders. He's got a farmer bod. Takes one to know one. But yeah, it's a good thing it's not him that's having to do all these acrobatic climbing stunts or whatever. I have fallen through a wall. This isn't a gonk droid, is it? The same vein. Oh. Thank you. Whoop. Oh. Right.
Look, the ship cutter is here. There it goes.
They really just flexing this whole introductory scene. They're like, you know what? You thought your Star Wars game was going to be this quaint little adventure beat 'em up thing? Nah, here's a full-on, Clone Wars era battleship just being ripped apart in the scrapyard. You can look at all. You can explore. We don't do half measures over at Respawn.
Cal, use the manual override lever below.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Your turn.
There's one of George Lucas's tentacle fetishes below.
All right, clamp secured.
What is it with Hollywood and tentacle fetishes? Star Wars and tentacle... Disney and tentacle fetishes. Remember that creepy slime slug monster thing that probed and mind controlled one of the dudes in Rogue One? Speaking of, by the way, I saw Andor for the first time, and I binged it all in about a day and a half. So good. Literally the best Star Wars that I've seen since probably like the first season of Mandalorian, which is the best Star Wars that I'd seen since Revenge of the Sith, which was the best Star Wars that I'd seen since Empire. Really, it's that sort of level that we're talking in terms of quality. Just top tier.
Empire's gonna get a lot of good material out of it. Yeah, here we are scrapping these ships from the war just so they can turn around and make new ones. What a racket, huh? All of us risking our necks for the bosses. And the pay was better back during the Republic, too.
Hey, you really should watch what you say.
Listen to me.
Don't talk shit about the Empire. Don't talk shit about your bosses. They'll fire you. Look at Elon Musk.
What makes you think I want out of
You want to keep your job?
Come on, Cal, you're a young guy. You don't end up like me. Eventually, you gotta move on and live your
Look at
life.
the size of my man's hands.
Destiny.
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What is that?
we have the first of our Tomb Raider inspired Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PS1 inspired slide scenes. Ah!
Bro, you okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
I can't climb up.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just hang on.
Send me.
No, don't let go.
I can't hold on.
Bro, no.
He's gone to the tentacle monster. Save him!
You okay, bro?
I'm all right. Just pin down.
And thus,
Pilot's gone.
we have shown our aptitude in the Force,
That count.
and we have unveiled our true selves for the first time in decades.
Hold on.
A decade?
Bro, you all right?
Yeah. Okay,
We gotta move. Come on.
hell happened? What was that back there? Was that you? Well, that was the Force, wasn't it?
Just forget what you saw, okay? Please
No,
trust
but
me.
I've seen the stories. I've heard it.
Bro,
Bounties out on people
I
like
know. I know.
you. Yeah, we're right. We need to be careful.
It's kind of why I've been hiding it, mate. What would be your force power of choice? Say you could choose only one force power. No less powerful than a force push. No more powerful than dragging a star destroyer to a planet's orbit like in Force Unleashed.
With you sometime now.
What would your force power be of choice and why?
Never seen you the
Let me know in the comments below.
We've been through some hell together.
You know what I can't accept as an answer though? I can't accept that anyone would actually want Force Lightning.
Risk.
That shit is... Can you imagine what it must feel like to have
I don't know how to repay you.
just pure electricity pulsate out of your fingertips?
You don't have to
It'd be so uncomfortable. I'd imagine it'd be very itchy.
this place.
And you'd probably end up getting like...
It's not safe.
You'd probably end up having blisters and all sorts at the end of your fingers. It'd be really hot.
Maybe you should, disappear.
Miss me with the Force Lightning. I would take...
Bag. Tappers owes me a favor.
Honestly...
I heard he was up on Mount Shadowah.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say something like Force Pull. Something basic that you could show off with your friends, but think bigger.
Okay, Cal.
I would like... I'd take Cal's... Spoiler. I'll take Cal's force power. Was it psychometry? Telecometry? Psychometrician's a real thing, but is psychometry the name of his power? I'd take that. I'd like to be able to see the history of certain things by just lifting them. Can you imagine how much fun a museum would be? That's assuming that you'd be allowed to walk into the museum and break open the display cases and just touch what you want. But if you could, imagine the history of some things you'd be able to pick up. Now, I know some of the things would probably be like replicas and stuff, but surely some of those things have got to be originals. And who knows, maybe you could like touch an item, sense where its history, and then sell it to one of these what do you call those places where you go and sell trinkets of value and they like and they value it, give you a judgment of how much it should be, then offer you money accordingly. Well, you could challenge me. You could be like, no, I happen to know that this was actually the dildo used by Queen Victoria. And they'd be like, what do you mean? And you'd be like, I have my ways of knowing. Then you think like you were some weirdo that's like analysed the dildo and like found biological imprints. You know what I mean? Also, if you're wondering what's happened, we showed ourselves up as being a force-sensitive individual, and so now on our train home from our day's work with Prof, the train has suddenly stopped, and we've woken up to find ourselves in this Imperial ship. Oh, or Clone Wars ship.
Apprentice, mark well and listen.
Master.
Trust only in the Force.
It's just rude, to be honest. If you have a message that's fair enough, there's no reason, no need to slam me against the floor.
Train has stopped.
I'm sensitive, just because I'm ginger.
Something's going on.
Everybody up. Identification ready.
And you're a little short for a stormtrooper.
Move out and line up.
Probably just another contraband inspection.
Please don't find a dildo. That'd be pretty sus. Oh. Here is your anime villain of choice. And Abomination from the MCU. Marvel.
Is this all of them?
Disney didn't even have to pull strings, actually. They own both properties.
We seek a dangerous fugitive. This is no common anarchist, but a devotee of the treasonous Jedi Order. Failure to turn over this traitor will result in a charge of sedition. Turn yourself in, or everyone present.
Don't threaten me with a good time, second sister.
Summary execution.
I think it's time someone came forward.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them. We showed you it in private.
I've been working on this heap a long time. Way before the war. We refit and rebuilt ships. Best in the galaxy.
He's hiding it.
Then came the Empire. And engineers became scrappers.
I'm gonna get 500 million credits for that dildo.
It just started getting worked.
Prof.
We all know the truth. We're just too afraid to say it.
It's 2022, man. You can come out and say it. You've used it, haven't you?
We're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
No!
Look at this. A lightsaber.
I found the Jedi!
Well done. Every single bone in my man's back is now shattered.
Hold it. Don't move.
Just give me a second.
You get here.
Let me just fix my spine
Easy now.
before I
Got a stowaway.
cut you up
Call this in.
like a slice of pizza.
I see you.
Get carved. Oh, we got free reign now, boys.
You hear that over the comm? The Jedi? Stay sharp. They won't get past us. The traitor. Blast them. Am I all that's left?
Have that. Come on then.
Confirmed. Shoot to kill.
Aw.
We found the Jedi. Heard you. I sealed the cargo door. No retreating. Stay on him. He's too powerful. He couldn't beat you. I can.
I've already taken 2 hits into this playthrough. Not quite what I was expecting or hoping for, but alas. Look how good it looks, man. Oh, I was just praising how good it looked, and then the slash effects disappeared. Don't fall, don't fall.
One way out.
Jesus.
Gotta keep moving.
Look how good it looks, man. I'm really sad because I was looking up games I wanted to play in the future, and I really wanted to play some Ratchet and Clank games, but when they say they're PlayStation exclusives, those things are PlayStation exclusives, by the way. Oh, that's bad timing. That's more like it. You can have that. Sorry, brother. Gotta be faster than that. Jesus. You're right in my man's kidney. Oh, hiya. Let me stop it, please. Thank you. And we move.
Almost got him.
I'm dead.
Superiors are gonna love it.
Let me just give me 1 second. I'll just change my stream title to one death under 2 deaths. Oh, I already made that joke in the Batman playthrough. Oh. Self-professed expert at both games. Dies in both. Yeah. Just fucking wailing them. Wailing on them, Luke episode 6 style. Just fucking yeet them. Come on then. Have that. Come on. Today, Junior? Oh. Okay, back again. Bang, bang. 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 Thank you. See, this is something I didn't do when I used to play it as well. I often didn't use the force slow time ability as much as I should have in combat. There are other force abilities that I used in abundance. But that one is pretty OP if you use it right. I think I used it in like boss battles maybe, but... Climb, brother.
Let's keep up. I missed him. How can we win?
What the fuck? I was in the mid-animation. This isn't Arkham Asylum, where when you're mid-animation you can get sucker punched out of nowhere right in your fucking temple. This is a 2019 game. You shouldn't lock me into animations. Could it be the case that I'm just bad at the game and I wasn't actually locked into an animation? Like, sure. But it's also nice to take the dark side Phil approach and just blame everything but yourself. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll take zero accountability for that.
Enemy contact. Face him.
Fucking one of yous at a time.
You and him. Can anyone hit him?
Fam.
Let's hit him.
Maybe if I made some use of the dodging ability. What did I say about Dark Souls being not quite, or this not being as hard as Dark Souls, and yet I've been destroyed by the same group of enemies 2 times? So, have you guys seen the Jedi Survivor trailer? If you have, what do you think about it? Who do you think the dude is in the Bacta tank? I was watching a Star Wars theory video where he was saying that he thinks it could be a High Republic, an ex-High Republic member, or a Jedi from the High Republic era. I'd be lying if I told you I knew what the High Republic was until that video, but now I do.
Gets to the front. Stop the train.
More ruthless in their methods to carry out justice.
Oh no!
Could provide some
Need cover. Gotta move.
an excellent foil for Cal's kind of
Now.
do-gooder approach. Anyway, I'm very excited to get my hands in the game.
Faster.
Right, fuck me.
He's here. I'm ready for your trick.
This is extremely loud.
They shot the coupling out.
But I'm here for it, to be honest. I'm just here for more original Star Wars shit. I think everyone's kind of going through a bit of a lull period. Bit of a lull period following the Skywalker saga conclusion of a couple of years ago. Which, I mean, you can't blame anyone. They were disasters.
This is bad.
Although I do still stand by my idea that Last Jedi is probably like the best film in the Star Wars series. It's just like the worst Star Wars film, if that makes sense. Like in terms of how a film, like technical filmmaking and everything, it's leaps and bounds above what George did. Apart from in like the practical effects side of it, George had that shit on lock ahead of his time. But in terms of no, okay, I take it back. George pushed the boundaries of technology when Star Wars came out. And I think that... the hell's his name? I was going to say Ryan Gosling. What's his name? Ryan Johnson. I think Ryan Johnson used technology, filmmaking technology, to like its best possible usage. To the best of its possible usage, if you know what I'm saying. He made the most of what he had. The problem was, he might be a Star Wars fan, but Star Wars, you need to be careful when you're playing with a property of that size. When you're dealing with like a transmedia piece of entertainment like that, there is often a belief among like fandoms that they actually own the product. And there's some truth to that. When something is such a mass pop culture appeal, there's a certain element of, perhaps, I don't know, respect you need to have for the product and for the original characters. And I don't think it's unreasonable to say that the way in which Ryan Johnson treated characters such as Luke was tantamount to disrespect. If even Luke himself, or if even Mark Hamill himself felt that the character was like a disgrace to the memory of the original one, that says something, man. Why won't you get hit? Who cares?
What now?
But also, you have to appreciate that some fans got a little bit butthurt over certain elements that I don't think were particularly reasonable. Where am I going with that? People that cite full diversity and inclusive politics as the reasoning of Asian characters being in the film. Shit like that. But that's not this isn't the sort of platform I want to use to discuss matters like that. People, you're reasonable people. It's a minority that are hateful in that manner. I have jumped now. That is, I've been cheated by the game. My jump was far higher than this landing pad. And my spine is broken again. My shoulder is ripped in shreds. And my skull is about to crack. Actually, the landing was okay. Hello there.
Going somewhere.
I'm going wherever you want. About
I
to school
recognize
you.
that stance. Perhaps you've had some training after all.
So you know when I said this was a zero death playthrough? I've died 3 times in the tutorial.
Perhaps.
Yikes.
What Jedi gave their life so that you might live.
Come on then. Dodge!
Strike will be your last.
This is not gone to plan.
Very well. You won't dodge the next.
Come on then, second sister. I already did.
You have to do better.
Your force meter is empty. Ah, shit. Heal your force meter, Cal. Heal it.
I tire of the games.
Yes, have that. Oh, I survived. That was hairy. Well, that's convenient. Thank you for coming along, Seer. This shit is so cool, by the way. This is some Matrix level choreography here. Here we go. Look at this shit. Woo. Damn.